Guys over here. All right, so welcome to our fourth call from Rise to Success, and we're so glad that all of you could join us this evening. Ariel, you just jump in when you feel like you can. I know you've got a lot going on over there, so I'll let you jump in as needed. This will be a pretty quick call tonight. This is kind of like a recap and just kind of finishing up everything for the month strong. I hope that you guys got a lot out of this program. And you know what? If your goal is to promote to director and it didn't happen this time, that's okay. We've instilled some good practices in you, and hopefully we've built up your calendar, maybe added some team members, and we're on the path and the road that you want to be on to help you succeed. So I want to ask you guys, and you guys can just drop it in the chat. Tell us how your contacts are going. Are you booking some more parties? Are you seeing some recruit leads? We know Kathy just talked to 3. So that's awesome, and I'm hoping you guys are too. Like I said, just drop it in the chat. Ariel, if you want to moderate the chat for us, that would be great. And does anybody have any questions so far about how things are going or anything like that? Don't forget, keep your tracking because winners keep score. That's my favorite thing to say. All right, so I can't see the slides. So comparison can be the thief of your joy. You know, we all bloom in our own time, and it may not have been the right time for you. And when gardeners plant flowers in the spring, some sprout and bloom in a matter of days, and others bloom in a month, and others in the fall. But they're all beautiful. And I tell you this because you guys had some success. No matter what the outcome of this program was, you had success because you booked some parties, you reached a goal that you had. If you're a new consultant, you may have earned a 10-inch skillet or a skillet set from our cast iron collection, or you may have earned a knife block and it helped you earn some rewards and that kind of thing. You may have added a team member, or you may have gotten some courage that you didn't have before. So there's many different types of success. So I don't want you guys to think that you were not successful in this. So did you achieve a goal? And you guys can drop it in the chat if you did. If you had a goal that you achieved during this program, no matter how small or how big it was, just drop it in the chat for us. Maybe a fast track rewards goal, a recruiting goal, or even a sales goal. Like you wanted to hit a $1,500 level or a $3,000 level for our fall free-for-all too. So I want you guys to think about this and keep in mind that every minute that you spend wishing you had something that someone else has is a minute you rob yourself of the joy of your own life. Focus on your own journey. This is a hard lesson for me to learn personally because I always wanted to compare myself to others. But I found that when I had success and my own success and the goals that I set for myself and I achieved those goals, it meant so much more to me than doing the same thing that someone else was doing. And I think you'll probably find that to be the same too. And I left this slide up there from last week because I think that this is such an important thing to remember in so many different aspects of life. That your results are determined by your actions, and your actions are determined by your beliefs. And your results reinforce your beliefs. It doesn't say anything about anybody else but you, okay? You have your own mindset, and you guys have to remember that you are your goal setter and that I'm not your goal setter and Ariel's not your goal setter. but you are your goal setter, and you have to determine what you want from things in order to achieve them, because it's important to you, if that makes any sense. So some of our training topics. Yes.
Can I jump in for 1 sec?
You sure can.
Sorry. One thing that we keep saying over and over is that success for your business might look different from success in someone else's business and success in our business, because everyone is successful in their own right if you're meeting your goals. So as long as you have goals that you are going after, regardless of what they are, it could be to make $100 a month, it could be to earn a trip, it could be to promote, whatever those goals are, as long as you're meeting them, you are successful. I remember when I first started and I would compare myself to Ann and Aaron, and that is just what I did. And I said, I could never do that. I could never be that. And I'll never be the girl that earns a trip. I know I keep saying that, but y'all have no idea how many times I said that. And just changing my mindset, changing my beliefs really impacted the results there.
Because they were your goals, not my goals. That's huge. I'm telling you. Oh, it gives me the goosies. As Jean would say. So our training topic for tonight, our main training topic, is just wrapping up strong, guys. Let's talk about getting some more sales. And Ariel, if you want to grab this one, and I'll take the next, and it's just talking about.
Yep. So I did look at the slides. In case y'all don't know, I have family in from out of town. So I have 4 children under the age of 3 in my house right now. So they're all in bed right now. The 12-year-old doesn't count. She's lovely and self-sufficient. So let's talk about getting more sales during the week, because there are a few really easy ways to make that happen. One of them is just to feature a product of the week. Now, this is not necessarily limited to your parties. You could feature a product of the week on your Facebook wall and not even announce that this is your product of the week. But you might show a picture of the fact that you chop some onions in the manual food processor. You might go live with a manual food processor and some softened ice cream and candy bars and make a blizzard. That's your product of the week. Because you know what? If you do that more than 1 or 2 times, you're going to sell one. You might even get a booking for one. So just featuring a product and showing it more than once. Because think about it, when you see something more than once, you're more and more likely to want it. So you can do that on your Facebook wall. You could create a mega party and invite your new consultants to participate along with you. This is a great way, or really a great service to offer new consultants or recruits on your team. Really joining forces, let them see kind of how you run a party, especially if they joined and haven't really seen one of your parties. And then that's a great way to help them get sales and help them feel comfortable. You can even challenge everyone on your team to host their own virtual party, because look, sometimes people are hesitant to run more than one party at a time, right, Rhonda? Sometimes people are hesitant, and it takes that little oomph to make them realize, hey, you can do this, giving them really the what's the word I'm looking for? The confidence to do it.
Absolutely. So we always, and I know the answer to this is, do you want more bookings on your calendar? You're always going to say yes. So if I gave you a store and I said you could go in and get all the bookings you want out of that store, would you go in? You would. Mm-hmm. And if I could promise you the perfect world, and everybody you ran into wanted to have a Pampered Chef party, how many bookings would you want on your calendar? That's how many you would go in the store and get, I'm sure. So getting more bookings on your calendar. Make sure that you're making contact and having two-way conversations with people in your contact list and people that you run into in parties. Make sure that you are making that connection, because if you don't make that connection, you're not going to get bookings from the party. And I think Ariel will tell you. You almost got to take some extra effort and Just really reach out to them and make a connection with them, and then they're more likely to book a party with you. Those rock star guests in your party are the ones that you want to target, the ones that comment on everything, that are the first to guess, the ones that want to add in extra recipes on top of your recipes. They're like, hey, I'm here, I want to have a party, I'm just not saying it. That's what they're doing. And you know what? When all else fails, you can always host your own virtual party. And you don't have to keep the rewards for yourself if you don't want to. You can give the rewards away in what we call a mystery host party. Okay? Everybody loves a mystery host party because they can spend 40, 50 bucks and get their name in a hat and get their name pulled out and possibly win $200, $400 in free products. Okay? So, stay in touch with people that told you not right now a month ago, because not right now may have changed to, yeah, I actually need that air fryer in my kitchen. So I think I'll go ahead and have a party, because you keep cooking live on Facebook with it. That's what they'll tell you. So, Ariel, you have anything you want to add?
Okay. I don't think so. I think you covered it. I think Ian's point of the booking store, that can really help you figure out how many bookings you want on your calendar. Because some of us say, oh no, I'm good with 2. Are you really? Is that really what you want? How many parties in an ideal world would you have every week? And work to make that happen in 1 month. Because if you can do that, you should be able to carry that month to month with the bookings you're getting from those parties.
Absolutely. Who wants to add more team members? Guys, we want you to add more team members because we want you to be successful and want you to get all the bonuses that they offer to you and all the pay raises, because everybody wants a raise. If your boss came to you and said, do you want a raise? You wouldn't say no. Well, I would, but that's beside the point. You want to invite your hot list leads to an opportunity event. If you've got some leads and you think that that's something that we need to do, and let's see, when was Pampered Chefs? Is it tomorrow night or was it last week? Will you look it up?
I think it's this week. Yep.
Will you look it up? So there's an opportunity event tomorrow night for Pampered Chef, I'm pretty sure, but if not, we can do one ourselves if you've got some leads that are iffy and on the fence. Ask your host at every party and ask them 5 times. I promise you, at least one of the 4 that you're running this week will join you. I promise. If you just ask and you ask enough. And you don't say, do you want to join my team? 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 You have to approach it a little differently. But we'll be glad to share the words with you if you don't already have them. Reach out to family and friends to let them know how much fun you're having and if they'd like to learn more. Like, I know I have been seeing some of you that are actually talking about how much stuff they have earned for free on their Facebook wall. Guys, if you're earning Fast Track rewards right now, share it on your wall because that's huge to people. I just earned this skillet for free just for doing my job. I just earned this knife block for free just for doing my job. Share it. If it were a good book or a good movie, you would share it, wouldn't you? That's what I always say. You can always screenshot any conversations you're having and send them to me or to Ariel, and we'll be glad to take a look at it, and we might can help you with your responses to them to not come across as pushy or not. I know I, in the past, have had a tendency to word vomit on somebody that I wanted to join my team. But you know what? The less that you say sometimes, the better off that you're going to be, because you have to make it about them. The less that you ask and the less that you tell them, not to withhold information, but the less that you tell them about things sometimes is more, because they figure it out on their own, if that makes any sense. Like, tell me what's holding you back. That's the words that I love to use when they kind of say, I don't think it's for me. Tell me what's holding you back. Tell me the reason for that. Let me help you work through that. Tell me what you think how you think this would benefit you and your family. That's another good one. Let them tell you what they want out of it. Ariel, I'm sure you've got something to say over there.
I do. I'm dropping the link to the Meet Pampered Chef webinar in the chat for y'all to copy if you have anyone you want to send it to. That's the link to register. It's a Zoom call, and it is the 23rd at 8 p.m. Central. So that's what time our time?
9
Eastern. So 23rd at 9 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I also have a tendency to word vomit because it is so easy to get so excited about Pampered Chef that someone's like, well, what's your favorite part of being a consultant? Ugh! You know, and you just tell them everything you can. So see if you can boil down a response into a sentence or two each time. That's what I try to do. So I'll write out a response and I go back and I just take a bunch of words out and then I send it. Because Ann's right, they probably have looked on the website. Now, every now and then you come across someone who just has a list of questions for you because they've done direct sales before. And if you don't feel well prepared to answer their questions about what kind of monthly fees do we have and what is this and how does this extension period work and all of that, feel free to do a 3-way chat with us, you, and the recruit lead. You can also do that. So any way we can help you, you know that we're happy to do it. And, you know, if they ask you a question or they give you a response and you don't know how to respond to it, screenshot it, send it to us, and we can help you craft a response.
Absolutely. All right, so some of you have added new consultants or you have people thinking about joining. So what you're going to want to do is go in the Fast Track Success System Welcome and Overview task. You want to complete that, and that's in Dash. And that's going to help you onboard your new consultants, and you'll find a easy checklist that you can use to go right through. Then have your new consultants complete the first task up to and including task called Contact Your Recruiter in Dash before your first call. So everything is right in Dash for you guys. Utilize it. Use the Fast Track Success System for new consultant checklist that we talked about and the call outlines in Dash. Or just talk to us and see what we do. Invite your new consultants to join any group calls or events for new consultants on your team. And we need to schedule one of those as well, Ariel, while I'm thinking about that. And you, of course, want to add them to your team page because we want to be able to get information to them, like when we do another one of these Rise to Success programs, when we have a new consultant orientation call, all of those things. So as you begin to grow your team, supporting your new consultants is an important part of your role. And you don't have to have all the answers. Many of their questions will be answered through the tasks that they complete in Dash. And sometimes it'll be things that you'll just need to ask us. And that's okay. That's why we are here. We're here to help you grow as well. So, Ariel, do you have anything you want to add?
The only thing that I would add is that if you are a new consultant on my team, then I used a recruit coaching template with you. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I did. So I have, just like I have the host coaching template, I also have a new consultant coaching template. So when you add a consultant to your team, feel free to contact me. And it helps guide them through their launch party, you know, has them go through Dash, do all the little things. So I've tried to do some of the legwork for you guys there to kind of streamline that process, because I know Anna and myself kind of find that we type the same thing over and over and over again. So it's just easier to add it into a document just like we have for host coaching.
Absolutely. And these guys, these documents that we're talking about, like our host coaching template, our recruiting, or sharing the business opportunity. These things are systems. And, you know, we've been talking about having a system in place. having a system in place will make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
Dash is a system. That is what that is.
Mhm.
Pampered Chef said, we're just going to create a system for these people. And it's obviously working since we were up 300% as a company.
Yeah.
All right. So your task, your call to action for our final week is to check out the Fast Track Your New Consultant program in Dash. Even if you don't have a new consultant, take a look at it. I'm pretty sure it's still accessible to you. Implement one of the things that we talked about tonight between booking, selling, and recruiting. I would love to see some explosiveness this last week of June. I'm sure Ariel would too.
Yes.
Live on that, guys.
Mermaids are killing it.
Y'all are killing it. Harrison team's doing good too. Their leader just needs to get it together. I've had some not so good parties this week, but anyway, it's all right.
I had 2 weeks of crap parties. This week was better.
So keep adding names to your list of contacts. Use a hot list for recruiting, hot, cold, warm, that kind of thing. And share details of our next Direct Around program. So Ariel and I talked earlier, and we said probably in 2 weeks we would start this program again. And if you were in it this time and you want to join us next time, by all means, you're invited. So keep an eye out. Who has questions?
What do you all call a crappy party?
One where you're not real sure it's going to qualify. You're not real sure why nobody's participating.
Or why the host isn't doing any of the lovely coaching tasks that you're sending them.
Yeah.
Or they ignore your messages for days at a time. Oh, those are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everybody just like left and went to the beach at the same time or what, but in the last couple weeks, I've had more like parties than I have in a while.
I think they did.
Do y'all have any questions about, sorry.
I was just going to say, how long will we be doing still virtual, or when do you think we might do home ones? Although I personally like the option of doing virtual, but.
So virtual is always an option. Even before the pandemic, we had lots of very successful virtual consultants. Ariel was one of them.
Okay.
So don't think that you have to go do home shows. If you don't want to and you want to remain virtual, by all means you can. So
I like virtual.
Absolutely. Pampered Chef, we were on a call today. Ariel, I don't know if you were able to get on that call. They are still encouraging us to stick to virtual parties. But if your state is opening up and your area is opening up and there's not a great deal of cases and you want to do home cooking shows, that's your prerogative. That's up to you. I'm going to remain virtual because I personally don't want to go in a bunch of people's houses right now because I don't know where they have been.
Yeah.
So that's just me, but it's up to you guys. And I know we all live in different places. We've got, at least 4 states up here right now, I think. Maybe 3. Maybe just 3. So. I
feel like I was going to say something useful.
And what?
Being virtual. Yeah. So I was under the like delusion that I had to do home shows in order to earn the trip. So last January, I booked my calendar with 9 home shows. You know how many bookings I got from those? And that had never been a problem for me. Zilch. Not a single one from 9 shows. So I'm not saying that would happen to anybody else, but it showed me that a home show is really no different than a virtual show. If you're host coaching, if you are interacting, if you are contacting people and talking to them, it is really no different than a home show, because you can go to a home show and have $50 in sales. It happens. Sometimes a bunch of people show up to eat and they don't buy nothing. Right, Ann? You cook
That's
them dinner
right.
and they don't buy. Okay, so to find the webinar, and can I share my screen for a sec?
Sure.
Okay. Where'd we go? Where'd Zoom go? There we go. Share screen. Oh, you disabled it. So
I'm
all
sorry.
you do, it's okay.
Hold on, if I can figure out how to.
It does it automatically now. So if you go to pamperedchef.com, you're like your website, and you click on be a consultant, and you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see want to learn more, and there's a button for register for webinar. So it's a little orange button. So it's real easy to find. If you send them to your be a consult, so I actually have that link copied in a note in my phone so I can send it real easily to my be a consultant.
What is the webinar tomorrow? Like, what's that about?
It's the business opportunity. Like it's just a leader in the company, a field leader that is answering questions about the business opportunity.
So we could share it with somebody that we're trying to get to join the business?
Yes. A lead.
Okay.
Ariel, you should be able to share screen if you wanted to show them.
Okay.
We have 8 minutes, by the way.
All right, Brittany, I just dropped you a link to a video of me scheduling posts in Facebook Scheduler. So you can see how easy that is. It's like a how-to video. Okay, so let's see if I can show you. I hear my children yelling. They're being a pain in my butt. He's supposed to be asleep. Oh, no, it's clear. Okay, so here you go. You go to pamperedchef.com, be a consultant. And now this is through my website. So you want to make sure you go to, all right, so pamperedchef.biz/Ariel Tyson. So you want to go to your website. This is important because it links it to you when you do it this way. And then click be a consultant. Now this link I have copied and saved in my phone. This is what I have saved. But if you scroll down just a little bit, you see want to learn more, register for webinar. And it takes them to a page that looks like this, and then they can register. And you should be able to copy that link and send it to them. I don't think that's what I put in the chat, but
Hey,
you should be able to copy that link.
we can post it in the RISE group.
Oh, yeah. And then when they click register, they do that. Let me stop share. How do I do this? Let me share. No, stop.
At the top.
Oh, stop share. There we go. Okay. All right.
Rhonda's cat's back. Cat's been on every call.
Little tail.
You know, he's my mascot, so you know, if a three-legged cat can still run around, I can still pamper Chef. So, oh, I need to snap a picture of him and do some sort of post with that.
Yes, you do.
He just cut his eyes at me. I'm not gonna say out loud what he just called me, but y'all know what it was.
If he jumps on your head in a minute, I'm just going to lose it. I'm just telling you right now.
No, he's a
man.
cool kitty cat. But no, it's like I got it and stuff. But I think after all my posting this afternoon, they have thrown me in a place with bars because it's like whatever I'm posting is not coming out right this second. A little bit further, that's okay.
Where you
I'll do
post? How are you posting?
I'm on my business page, I did a little thing with the link to get to my consultant page and stuff, and it's not coming up. Or it could be my computer. I don't know, because it seems like it's going a little slow.
Could be your
Yeah,
computer.
it's not coming up. That's okay. I'll wait a little bit and try it again.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off. I don't know if you can hear me.
Paige.
But I'm being called, so I'm gonna hop off. But I've really enjoyed the last few weeks with you guys. I feel like you've all had successes and success in your own business, whatever that looks like to you. That is what's important to us. So as long as you guys are being successful and meeting your goals and you are happy, that is what matters. So that's what's really important for me to share with you. So I'm around. You know where to find me. Bye.
Bye, Ariel.
I'll talk to you later, Ann.
Okay,
I'll harass you later.
I'm sure. All right, does anybody else have any questions before we get off here? Otherwise, I will let you all have the rest of your evening to yourself. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your schedules to try our Rise to Success program, and I hope you will join us again in the future, maybe with a new team member to bring aboard too. That would be awesome for y'all. Y'all have a good night.
See ya.